Hi dear students, welcome back all of you to the physics online class. So we started the chapter number 11, that is the dual nature of the matter and the radiation, and in that previous session I explained you the thing of how the dual nature concept is started, and there we discussed that sometime the particle behave as a particle, sometime it behave as a wave. So here we have taken the matter and the radiation, that shows us that sometime matter can also behave like a radiation and radiation can behave like a matter. That only the particle as a wave and wave as a particle, that only we detail in study. So about the dual nature of the matter and the radiation. Yes, there the beginning concept, so we came to know that in order to remove the electrons from the metal surface, minimum amount of energy is required. So that energy provided or that energy given to the metal surface only called as the work function, and that work function is different for the different metals. So we use different examples there. So cesium is different, platinum is different. For other metals it is lying between the two that metals. Okay, and there the work function is given by the unit called electron volt, and 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joules, right. And later the types of the emissions. What are the types of emissions? Basically in this chapter 3 types we are discussing. One is thermionic emission, and that is emission, the removal of the electron from metal by heating it. Second one, field emission, the process of removal of the electron from the metal surface by the application of the strong electric or magnetic field. Then the next one, photoelectric emission. There when the metal surface is irradiated, or when frequency or the light of suitable frequency incident on the metal surface, the electrons are removed out from that metal surface. That is called photoelectric effect, isn't it? So now today we discuss about the experimental study of the photoelectric effect. Actually, before this we need to understand the Heinrich Hertz observations. Heinrich, in his experiment of the electromagnetic waves, actually when he was doing the production of the electromagnetic waves from the spark discharges, he observed that certain charged the waves are associated around that current carrying loop. Okay. Later that concept, his observation only started to understand how the photoelectric effect can take place, and there he also observed that when the emitter plate is allowed to incident a radiation of suitable frequency, then more number of the light waves, that more number of the electrons are emitted from that. So by that he started to understand the photoelectric effect means where the light of suitable frequency should incident on the metal surface. Okay. Then only the electrons are removed or emitted out of the metal surface. Okay. Then after that Leonard and Halvoch experiment is there. They both explained about how the photoelectric effect can take place with the help of taking particular example that we study later. So before that I want to explain you today about the experimental study of the photoelectric effect. Yes, here is our diagram that shows the experimental setup consists of the evacuated chamber, that is I can call here the evacuated chamber, that is, or a tube is called a T. That tube consists of the one plate that is called emitter plate, that is denoted by C, and another one is called that is anode, that is called collector plate. See here what I have used, it is called collector plate, and here what I used is called emitter plate. Emitter plate. Why it is called emitter and collector? So emitter means when a radiation of suitable frequency falls on this plate that can emit the electron. Yes, so that is called, it is a emitter plate, and the electrons which are emitted here, they are attracted towards the plate, that is a plate A, hence it is called the collector plate. Okay. So let us see the construction or the diagram of the experimental setup here. It consists of two plates, one is the emitter plate, another one is a collector plate, and the emitter plate is connected to the battery through the voltmeter here, and here is the battery as we know, and this voltmeter, why we use the voltmeter in the circuit? The voltmeter is used to find the potential difference across the ends of the shell or the battery. Yes, here we are using the battery, and as you know this arm is taken as a negative, this is a positive. How much is the potential difference across the ends of the battery can be given, can be measured with the help of the voltmeter here. And see, this plate is connected to the, so one structure here that is called K. We used a letter K here. K means it is taken as a commutator. Commutator. Yes, tell me what is the work of the commutator in the electric circuit? Commutator is used, it is an electronic device used to change the direction of the electric current. Remember, if you want to change the connection of the potential difference between the two plates here, we need to use the commutator. So, to change the direction of that PD, we are using here the commutator, and later this combination is connected to the microammeter also. See here I have mentioned microammeter. Why it is a micro? Because ammeter, first thing you should know why we use the ammeter here. Ammeter is used to measure the electric current present in the circuit, isn't it? So, how much the electric current is flowing in the circuit can be measured by a device called as the ammeter. But that ammeter is designed with the different ranges. If little more amount of current is there, then ammeter. So, little less is there, milliammeter. Very less current is flowing, then we are using microammeter. So, in the experiment of photoelectric effect, we are using the microammeter, right, and that is connected to the collector plate here. Am I clear? And you can see there is a quartz window, there is a W is called quartz window through which the light from the source S will illuminate the emitter plate C here. Okay. So, this is the construction or the experimental setup for the photoelectric effect, right. Already we know what is a photoelectric emission, the process of removal of electron from the metal surface when radiation of suitable frequency or when light of suitable frequency incident on it is called photoelectric emission, and that effect only called as the photoelectric effect. Am I clear? Yes. Then let us discuss the working of and the study of this photoelectric effect. See, in the first time the battery negative terminal is connected to the emitter plate and the positive terminal is connected to the collector plate. Yes, and when we keep particular potential difference across the ends of the battery, then what happens here? A suitable radiation of suitable wavelength or the frequency will incident on the emitter plate. What happens there? As we know, photoelectric emission takes place. Yes, means here when the radiation coming from the monochromatic source, yes, will incident on the emitter plate, this emits the electrons. This emits the electrons. And as we know, the electrons have the negative charge, isn't it? And that negatively charged electrons are moving towards, they are moving towards the collector plate here, because the collector plate is kept with which potential? Positive potential, and that is attracting the negative particles towards it. And therefore, when that electrons will move and attracted by the collector plate, the small current is produced. The small current is produced in the circuit, and that current will be measured by the device called as the microammeter. Am I clear? So, like this, the photoelectric effect showing us that when a frequency of particular the radiation of particular frequency will incident on the metal surface, that can produce, that can emit the electrons from its surface. Okay. So, this is how, and see here what electrons are produced during this effect are called as the photoelectrons. Photoelectrons. What are photoelectrons? The electrons which are produced in the photoelectric emission or during photoelectric effect, they are called photoelectrons. Am I clear? And the next one is photocurrent. Photocurrent. Yes. What is a photocurrent? So, current which is produced during the photoelectric emission. So, during the photoelectric emission, what the current is produced in the circuit, and that can be measured by the microammeter, is called as the photocurrent here. Okay. Then next one is the metallic plate, which is used to emit the electron, is called as photoelectric metal. Yes, or so we call it as the photosensitive plate, photosensitive material or a plate, photosensitive material. What is a photosensitive material? It is a plate or a material of, it is a plate or a material of a metal which emit the electrons when a particular frequency radiation incident on it. Yes. So, photosensitive materials, different metals are used for the different metals here. Yes. And that material that may be sometime used for the zinc, aluminum, like that magnesium, like that different metals will be used according to which are sensitive to the particular radiation. Yes. So, they are called as the photosensitive materials. Am I clear? And here, after the study of this photoelectric effect with the experiment, we will derive the 3 different points. That means, this experimental study helps us to explain how the photoelectric current is depending on the other factors, right. So, that factors we will discuss here, and that are very important for the point of the examination. So, remember, now we are going to study the factors on which the photoelectric current depends. Okay. So, the first factor I am going to discuss here is factors on which photo current depends. Yes. The first one is intensity of incident radiation. Yes, it is observed that when only one radiation of a particular frequency incident on the metal surface, only few of the electrons are emitted from the metal surface. Assume when one radiation incident here, nearly 10 number of the electrons are emitted from the surface. Yes, again in the experiment they increase the intensity. Intensity means what? Increasing the amount of the incident radiation. Yes, so instead of one radiation they will incident the same frequency another 2 more radiations here. So, then what they observe? The released electrons which are emitted from the surface is approximately 50 or 60, like that it was observed. Yes, by this point they came to know that whenever the intensity of the incident radiation is increased, the number of photoelectrons in the photoelectric effect also increased. And if the number of the photoelectrons are increased, then definitely what happens there? There is increase in the current, the produced current will be more here. Yes, so if the current is more, then it is obviously common that the current produced in the photoelectric effect is directly depends on intensity of the incident radiation. Am I clear? So, this point telling us very clear idea that intensity is increased. Intensity means increasing the number of the radiations. If the number of radiations are increased, the number of photoelectrons emitted from the metal surface also increases. And if the number of photoelectrons increases, their flow also increases, that produce the photocurrent. So, there we observe that photocurrent also increases. Therefore, by this point we can conclude that photocurrent is directly proportional to the intensity of incident light or the radiation. Am I clear? So, I hope this point is clear to you, and this point we can also express in terms of the graph also. How that can be plotted means the graphical representation of variation of the photocurrent with the intensity, that is photocurrent with the intensity, right. So, here as the intensity increases, the photocurrent also increases. Therefore, there will be a graph of straight line that shows. So, as the intensity increases, the photocurrent also increases. Okay. So, I hope you understood this point, and this is the first factor on which that is depending. Okay. The remaining, how the frequency is affecting, how the PD is affecting, everything we discuss in the next class. Yes, in the next video we discuss about how the frequency of the incident radiation will give the effect on the photoelectric current when we keep the potential difference constant. And next we also study how the photoelectric current will change with respect to the potential difference if we use radiation of the particular frequency, right. And later we also discuss if the nature of the photosensitive material will change, accordingly how the photoelectric current also will change. All the points we will discuss in the next class. Therefore, remember dear students, whatever I am explaining, this is a basic concept, yes, how the photoelectric effect is taking place and how the collector and emitter plates are acting here. With changing this PD only, that is the potential difference only, we will come to know how the variation of the photocurrent and its effect is taking place. Okay? I hope you are understanding the point. Thank you for watching my video.